Hi there. Welcome to my creative space. Let me put you down and grab a chair. So I figured this week it might be kind of fun to show you the space that I spend 8 to 10 hours in a day. I do recording, I do video editing, I do video shooting in here. I do all kinds of things. That's why I like to call it my creative space. And I will not stay on this shot long because I know the lighting is awful because I've got my box lights in this room. First thing I want to point out, I shaved and I got a red mark right here. Went for a bike ride. My helmet doesn't have a pad right there, so it's awful. I've been in this space for about 5 months. So of course it's ever changing, always moving things around, trying soundproofing in random spots just to try to dial it in a little bit more. So I'll start with my shelves, right? Shelves are pretty cool. Here are my shelves. Got a lamp, got a switch here, turns it off and on. It's pretty cool. I got my phone. I like to keep my phone away from the mix station. Put it on silent, don't get distracted. An old school camera that my buddy left with me. Down here I got some extra microphones. I got my Sennheiser 421, good old SM57. Got my backup hard drives for all my projects, video, recording. One shelf lower. Extra cables, mic cable, 1/4-inch cables. And down below I've got just a little trusty tripod. In this space, in a matter of days, this is actually gonna move down and have a bench coming and it's gonna go right there. That way when there's people over here that are recording, tracking guitar, they have a spot to sit, maybe set up the laptop and work from there. As we spin around, this is the back of the room. There's a chair there. Some soundproofing I'm testing right here. Undecided still if I like it or not. As we rotate around, sure, SM7 for vocals. Down here, I've got my custom guitar, custom made. I love that thing, it's my workhorse. I've played on all kinds of tracks. I love it, sounds amazing. An assortment of other guitars. So down here I've got my rack system, power conditioner, power amp. So I play live shows, I actually take this rack with me. It's got wheels on it, you can truck it around, it's awesome. I've got my Fractal Axe effects down here for tracking guitar and bass. Got a keyboard here. I think I've actually somehow permanently borrowed this from my drummer in Elephant Gun Riot. Thanks, Mike. And before we get to the main station, I'm gonna point out 2 box lights. I got this one over here, lights up this way, got a guy back here. One thing I like to do, since I'm down here for 8, 10 hours a day, I have a window that I open some of the day to let daylight in. Other times of the day, I kick these lights on to kind of change the vibe in the room so it doesn't seem like it's just the same consistent room all day. That way I don't get burned out being down here for 10 plus hours in one day. Under this box light, so my day job, I'm a videographer, so I've got gear there, and I've got an Xbox down there. And of course, as I just said, I'm a videographer by day, musician by night. So down here, I run PCs and I actually run 2 of them. A lot of people are like, why don't you run your recording software and your editing software on the same computer? The way my brain works, I like to have the separation of the 2. And so switching between the 2 of them is actually quite easy. I have a switcher, I just hit a button, it swaps the keyboard and mouse over, and I just change my input on my TV. So I don't have to unplug, plug anything in. So I just have one keyboard, one mouse, and I just use that switcher. In fact, I'll show you right here. This little guy right there. And both of my computers feed to a 40-inch 4K Samsung TV. It's so easy on the eyes. I sit about fingertips length away from it, a little more than, so I don't get too tired. I'm not sitting too close. My eyes don't really wear out that fast. I love this thing. All right, throwing some nerd stats out. My recording computer is an i7 6770 with 32 gigs of RAM and a Quattro video card and an SSD hard drive running Windows 10. My editing computer is a 6770, 64 gigs of RAM, Windows 10 with a 1660 GTX video card and an SSD. Did I say that already? And an SSD, a terabyte. So the way I back up my work is I have like a master drive backup external, and then each computer has its own external that I always save everything to. And I back up those 2 externals to the master external once a month. But I also back up my 2 computers to the first set of externals weekly. Did that make sense? Did my diagrams make sense? Maybe? I don't know. Going around the main station. Work computer, email, things like that. Got my Yamaha SO8 I've had for probably 12 years. Weighted keys. I use it for the MIDI. I got this little Samson controller here. This comes in really handy when I'm doing articulations with strings and things like that. I can change the vibrato on the fly and dynamics and things like that. Down here I've got my Focusrite 2-channel, 2nd generation, super low latency. I love this thing. I've got my mediocre Sennheiser cans here. I like to always check my mixes on those. Right now I'm running the M-Audio BX8As. I've had these things for probably 8 years. They're a little too big for the room. I feel like I need to drop to 6.5. Also, if anybody's ever figured out how to take these stickers off, let me know, because I've tried. It starts making a mess, I quit. There's a sub down there. PreSonus T10. Good sub, nothing crazy. I like it a lot. Probably the next upgrades are gonna be, I think I'm gonna go with some Yamaha monitors over here, the 6.5, the HS7s. And like I said, there's gonna be a bench over here just in a few days. So maybe I should have not made this video yet. I don't know, I was bored, so I did it. You know, I think you've seen everything. So thanks for watching. If you have a video of your creative space or recording studio, post in the comments below. I wanna see it. List off your gear below, what kind of recording rig you have. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my budget creative space. Thanks for watching.